I mean, I can deal with going in this minute because
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and how are y'all doing on this fine Thursday? Welcome to the Coach Bulldog Johnny Twitch channel and the Tribal Chief Coach Bulldog Johnny YouTube channel. It's another day. It's another dollar on the board, ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting ready to make some more money on Twitch. Mini monies. Mini monies. Want to make an announcement right quick. So I was going to start out first today with our Thunder stream, but we've had a issue today. Right now, my WCW broadcast of Thunder, they're doing an update, a game update. So it's still doing the game update now. So I'm just going to let it set until after this, and then I'll do my Thunder broadcast after this. So we'll go ahead and knock this one on out of the way, because of we get this one on out of the way, then we can do our Thunder broadcast afterwards. But that's the reason I'm not doing my Thunder broadcast now, is because of having to do this update. The game has several patch updates it has to do from time to time, so that's what they're doing. So, but yesterday we took it to the Cubs 8-1. Let's check out yesterday's box scores. Jameson Taillon went 2 innings, give up 6 runs. He was the National League leader in ERA. And Jonah Heim continues his hot streak as Chris Sale went the distance, 1 run and 9 strikeouts in a complete game, as we handed the Cubs a loss yesterday. So now it's the third and final game with the Cubs, and then we got the Friday Night Reds will be busted out tomorrow night as we battle the Red Sox. Then on Saturday, you'll see us in those brand new City Connects as I hit the hill against Garrett Crochet. And on Sunday, it's Braxton Palmer and Ranger Suarez, former Philadelphia Philly, on that one. Then we go to Miami for 4 games, so Lone Depot Park. Now, I was going to tell y'all, there may or may not be a GTA stream tomorrow night. I may be streaming with someone else tomorrow night. So, hey, I hadn't got all the stuff together yet, but I may be streaming. My girlfriend may be with me tomorrow night on my stream, so you might get to hear her. I don't know this for certain just yet, but we'll see. I'm not going to sit here and promise it and then everybody be expecting it and then it don't happen. That messes up everything like that. But here we go.
Hey, Gunner.
No, we don't want to know that you shitted.
No, they're not that.
What?
You still going to give that fin on Friday?
Yeah.
For Noah Bonda?
Yeah.
For me and for Nina?
Yeah.
And I think Hunter won it too.
Ooh, snap. Well, I tell you, I do got to shave today. This stubble on my face is aggravating the pee out of me. Oh, man. But let's get down to business, shall we? It's the Braves and it's the Cubs. Game 3. Spencer Schwellenbach, 2-2. He got it. He lost his last start when they played against the Dodgers. He pitched game 1 against the Dodgers. Strider pitched game 2 against the Dodgers, was outstanding. And I lost my first one against the Dodgers, so hey. As they say, deal with it. We did. That's the problem. So let me set everything up first before we get everything put in like we need to have put in first. Okay, so now let's go back at the top. Okay, so let's set it up. So let's do so. Acuna leads it off. Yeah. Second would be, who would be second? Let's put Jonah Heim at the 2, Olsen at the 3. So 4 cannot be Mike Yastrzemski. Okay, I mean, I get it. Okay. MC is going to be 4. 5 is going to be Shunk. 6 is Yaz. Wait a minute. Let's do 6 is Kim. 7 is Yaz. Wait a minute. There we go. Edward Cabrera, Spencer Schwellenbach. Let's get her started, shall we? Here's your pitching matchup. And here is your pitching matchups. No walks, 25 strikeouts for Schwellenbach.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
I went to ask this episode. It could Goon the fifth when the new season come out.
A fortnight, yeah.
No, I talk about it could Goon the fifth when the new season for WWE come out.
I think so. One.
We're all eager to see if his heroics last time out.
Yeah, we're gonna have a multiple thing. If that happens, I hope it be on Goon the fifth when they come out because.
Looking forward to seeing if that same timing
it's gonna make me miss the Fortnite thing.
Right behind us, back here at the ball club, bottom half of the second.
Jonah Heim has been outstanding since joining the ball club. As I said before, he's played in 2 games thus far. He played on Tuesday. Did Schwellenbach, I mean not Schwellenbach, but Jonah Heim played Tuesday, and he got himself into a Sean Murphy got DFA'd because of poor performance. But before we get started with Schwellenbach pitching, let me go and take care of some business. We'll be right back. You're watching the Coach Bulldog Johnny Twitch channel and the Tribal Chief Coach Bulldog Johnny YouTube channel. We'll be right back. What?
I'll be right back. I'll do it.
Hello? Speaking. I'll call them back later. I ain't got time to fool with that right now. I'm busy. Okay. We are back. Thank y'all for... Oh, fuck. Here we go again. So we're going to do... We'll be right back We're going to get it started. So Spencer Schwellenbach, four-seamer, slider, splitter, curveball, and a cutter. I'm getting tired of this. All right, let's get it.
Ready to go. In half up to hit. And we are underway.
And Hap's going to call it. I don't think so.
Good eye at the plate.
Whoa.
Still 2 challenges left for them.
That's not good for that.
The 1-0. And that's in for a strike.
Now that got in there.
Half a first-round pick out of the
Splitter.
University of Cincinnati in 2015. Sliced hard but foul.
Schwellenbach, the 1-2.
There's a line drive to left field. 1 up, 1 down.
Yes, 1 down. Yankees are we're looking for a third baseman before the trade deadline is what they're after. So I'm going to take my camera down and we're going to get back to work, as they say.
Yeah, and you know, with that said, there's not as much.
C.A. Suzuki is up. He's batting third. Michael Busch is at first again in this game.
So regardless of how dominant the staff can be, the attitude is we want to go out there and have some fun with
Ball 1.
So we'll see.
Last 10 for Busch. He's got 3 homers, but he's driven in 7. So here we go. The 1-1. The 1-0. Good pitch there with that slider. That slider's got a lot of good movement to it early. Let's see what happens here. Fly ball. Foul.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
On the ground, right side.
Dubon, 2 down. All right, I need to look at I need to put us on the trade block as well because we're looking for some relief pitchers before the trade deadline. So
Seiya Suzuki now at the plate.
Seiya Suzuki. Ball 1 in the dirt. That's a bouncer. Shaggy.
Fly ball down the line.
No, Shaggy ain't back yet. Okay.
And that's a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's
1-2.
That's smashed towards center. Lunges for it, but can't make the.
As I said before, this right here, we're taking this to this is our we're gonna stream this before we do our WCW Thunder broadcast because our Thunder broadcast is going to be scheduled for later on because it's doing a game update because the game is doing an update right now. So that's why.
Great in the series so far.
That
one off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Got it.
Yeah.
Hey, what you doing?
Right side, but foul.
I shitted.
The 1-1. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike.
I shoot it.
Motherfucker, you shitted. Shaggy said I damn near fell out of my chair laughing at that. Here's Edward Cabrera making his second start. 2-1 with a 2.78 ERA. Yeah.
I got that. My cousin heard it. Like, she was dying ninth.
Talking about Diane?
No. Danica, she was dying ninth when she heard it.
Oh, she was?
Yeah,
shit. Damn, ain't no way I'm getting what the hell you done did in there. So he's given up 2 home runs this season, 12 walks, 22 strikeouts for Edward Cabrera. We hope to change that number today for home runs he's allowed with 2, because we look to get some today. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. up. And a 5-pitch pitcher is Cabrera's changeup, 12-6 curve, sinker, slider, and fastball. High and inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Oh, no, he go to the back, like,
Yeah.
Get it and fan over there. He got fat it, like.
Yeah. Hey, the next time what you ought to do next time, Shaggy, when you go in there to shit in the bathroom,
Look at me.
It's a 1-1.
Hey,
No. He's gonna make
Here's your strike.
hey, Shaggy, you know what you ought to do? The next time you go in there to take a dump in the bathroom, you ought to not spray no air freshener. Tamika said, "Damn, what you done did in there?"
Actually. Hey, B. Hey, it's exciting. It's exciting. You get the play you said on him, and he's got like double. He's like, what is that?
Take a look at the lineup. One guy swinging hot bat recently.
Mauricio Dubon. Yes, he's been hot. The Braves are first in the National League in homers. As a team, they have 97.
Are you kidding me?
Here's Jonah Heim back up. Switch hitting catcher.
We get to see him in a close, late-game situation.
Over to short. Swanson.
And just see, is he truly a
2 down.
machine or not? Throw to first in time.
Here's Matt Olson. 21 homers.
Now Matt Olson.
41 RBIs. Had a home run to center field yesterday.
I don't know. I don't know.
Fouled off.
Foul ball.
Olson
Slider.
recently taking home Player of the Month honors.
He took home the Player of the Month honors for the month of April.
Probably.
And a big swing and a miss.
And he might get the Player of the Month for May, too, if not careful. 0-2 the count to Olson here.
Pulls the string with
Struck
the
him out
changeup, struck
with a
him out.
changeup and nothing doing.
Back at Truist Park. So
Pete
now it's
Crow
the
Armstrong, the batter. He continues his at bat from the first inning because he's up for his second time. Excuse me.
Hold Pete Crow Armstrong. Crow Armstrong.
Shaggy, did Selena laugh at that when you showed it to her?
Lately.
I don't think he's seen it yet.
Oh,
Popped up. Kim settles underneath it. And there's one away. Dansby Swanson stands in.
damn, what you done in there? Shaggy,
That clips the
Yeah.
I put it.
measures 6 feet even.
Motherfucker, you shitty.
Give a girl a damn dollar, she don't know you from knowing
32
that.
years old. He's playing today in his home state of Georgia. No score here
Hey,
in the
Gotti.
second.
Yeah.
I put it.
It's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Foul ball.
And if there's something people make, it's a fine. Ball.
Battling
1-2, and he fouled that and off. All right, Danny, I got you. All right, Danny boy, I got you one.
2.
See you, bye.
Misses. The high heat, too much on that one.
That kind of velocity. and
First strikeout.
Even if it's still
was
in
just
the
about
strike
him.
zone, can be tough for
What's all
hitters to
about
get
that?
on top of.
So here's Horner.
You might commit by that.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. There's a swing and a drive. This one looks like trouble. Makes the
Oh,
turn
you
and
bite
heads
Selena?
for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
You were on the phone.
He was all over that one. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you
Oh, so you ever see that
Strike
video?
one.
It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking
Look
at
at
Ah,
it. Look at it.
two, boy.
Yeah, look at it, white feet. You got knife at it.
Opportunity to push across the first round of the ball game.
We got to call that, and that's a stand. That challenge stands there. So.
Clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Yeah, it's fine. You got 9. Fuck me, you got 9.
Was it? She might laugh so hard she probably pissed in her britches, Shaggy. I wouldn't do that.
The one with with that dude in that car.
Cubbies with a
I
chance
saw
to
it.
You sent
remember?
it. You sent it to her, yeah.
rubber match of this three.
Struck him out with a slider.
Pretty nasty. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Bottom of the second. No score.
Bottom of the inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Number 15.
Adam to Eve. Never a damn dollar. You motherfucker. What you done did in there? Damn. Want to get in? Get in now. Watch this. Motherfucker, you done shit! Look at this Shaggy. Look at this Shaggy. He done cut it loose again. Hey, Shaggy, what it smell like? Shit! He said, shit!
Oh, God.
Shaggy said Hinderby fell off his chair laughing a day yesterday. Oh, man. I'm crawl up in your ass and died.
Oh, yeah, I gotta get that.
No way in the hell you smell like that. Whoa, wait.
That was bullshit. Oh, yeah, it's funny.
And another ball.
Hey,
He's
that right there is funny.
been
Oh.
and a big reason why getting ahead in counts.
He said, what you
Able to do
doing?
that consistently,
I
and
threw
you
it.
see the results.
Motherfucker, you shitty.
Call up your motherfucking ass and died.
Motherfucker,
Be
you
like that
motherfucker
damn
had to die.
woman. Be like that damn woman I seen on TikTok named Boo Boo. Her damn son. She thought her son farted on her, but her daughter sprayed some damn fart spray.
You can handle. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Well, that's a
Well,
So then, so what you think about that? It's funny, ain't it?
Charlie, and you can see why. It's
Yep.
not a moving slow curve.
I knew she was gonna
Whoa.
knife at it.
On the end.
I knew she was gonna
Here's
knife at it,
Mauricio
bro.
Dubon. That one missed. I thought
one
that
ball.
was a
Like Carson Kelly gonna try this and see what he does here.
That's some bullshit.
It just shaved the zone.
Fuck
So they
shit.
still got both their challenges. Gets the outside corner with that one. Duvon wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned.
Of course it is.
They'll
Yeah,
keep their
yeah.
remaining challenge.
No, you good. If you need help, I go yourself if you
A
need
little
help.
out
I got
front
you.
there as he swings through it.
Ah, damn.
Oh, so then, you know what?
Missed with a
On the,
changeup. And the count is even.
you gonna be
2-2.
getting the other one that,
Recognize that changeup
soon.
right out of the hand. Just spin
2-2.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
What, the
Gets
new
two
one? She
out
gonna
of
get the new
first.
one?
Out. 2 away.
Yeah,
now
'cause
after the drop through and
I gonna
strike.
get it.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. And there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Shooting
Bells
all the way on.
going on.
Swing and a
Damn,
miss.
Kim.
Well, at that velocity,
How did you-
if that's
it was
all
too
you're
early,
seeing,
okay.
88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough
Hey,
pitch to
Selena.
adjust to.
I'm not too early. I'm just missing them.
If you need a
1-2.
good knife, look at that video. You'll get a good knife out of that video.
Shaggy.
Yeah.
So to answer your question from this morning,
Got it. Swing
Diane
and a
is highly
strikeout.
pissed,
And
huh?
he strikes out the side here.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. And he struggles at the plate in
They
this
both
series.
piss off.
Dark, you are cursed.
As we take a look at the numbers.
Hey, look. You,
Shaggy, we need, like I said before, Shaggy. I need to tell you this. We need to teach Diane and Beverly how to do the Danhausen curse to curse Darknum.
And now it's Miguel
do you
Amaya.
blame him, though? Do you blame him being pissed off? Because Doc Nitty called me a 5-year-old.
Games.
A 5-fucking-old. And I owe enough to be her
Top
fucking
of the
head.
third, no score.
Now, this ain't Dark.
95.
Darkness, this is a transgender. In other words, she got buck tooth, and she looks like she's got them buck teeth up front. And with them buck teeth she's got,
And there's a rocket into the outfield.
on one of them TikTok videos they sent
For second.
me they showed me one of her TikTok videos she done, and it would show pictures of her teeth.
I'll tell you.
And the bad thing about it is, the bad thing about Dark is that when they showed you that, there's this guy that Jim Cornette hates named Kevin Dunn that used to be over, he used to be the TV producer for the WWE, and he had teeth just like Dark. He was like, this ain't wrestling, we're not wrestling, we're entertaining people. He was trying to act like he was a buck-toothed, he was acting like the man was a buck-toothed beaver, and that's what I'm doing about Dark.
No, he can find though.
But I told you yesterday, ever since, it's not Blush's fault. It's not Blush's fault that all this shit happened. It's the people she associate with fault. Because everybody knows this, that, well, because even though Ferret hadn't been on in about 2 months or longer, ever since she come back, see, the thing about it was, when all that got started, and Shaggy will tell this, what about, who was in the party with her when she found out that lie that Hinder told? Ferret was in there, so therefore, it tells you the whole entire truth right there. See, Ferret tells her what to believe and she believes it. See, even though Lily is her friend, Lily's not what you would say a bad influence on her because of her being, because Lily does vape and does get high. She's somewhat of a bad, not that bad of an influence, but she's not what you would say a bad enough influence to do what Ferret would do.
But perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
No, he can say. Ferret need to know to say okay, because like I was trying to tell Ferret that she would talk out of anger. And I thought that her too fucking sick. What she fucking said yesterday. I thought that her too fucking sick. But it said she gonna go up in the car saying like she gonna get go down my soul like I'm so shy. She gonna learn not to fuck with wrong people.
Oh, speaking of that, after you told me that, after you said that, I went back and told somebody. I told a certain person about that. I told him, I said, we kicked Dark out of our group now. I said basically I was gonna tell you she wasn't in our group to start with. We just brought her back on a trial basis. I told the Sea Lion that. He said, what for? I said, well, we just brought her back on one of them trial bases, like a probationary period, and she failed. I said, cause she was doing some shit, and she said, and he even said this, told me, said, every time, he said, if you go back and look at it, when Hinder was with her the first time, he said when Hinder was with her the first time, it was damn, Ferret's bullshit that got all that shit started.
Yep. It always been fucking Ferret.
But see, hey, and I hate to say this because I'm live streaming, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But y'all excuse me for this. I am not racist by any means for what I'm fixing to say, but I'm fixing to say something here because a friend of mine said it once, but I never would have thought that a friend of mine would ever tell the truth about something. But son, let me tell you something. There was somebody that told the truth about something, and this was funny. This was funny as all get out. So, me and Shaggy, you've heard us talk about our friend Will before. Let me tell you what was so funny about this now. I was up at Will's house one day, and this is the absolute funniest thing I have ever seen in my life. His grandmother was sitting out on the front porch, and a guy that me and Will knowed, that used to hang out with me and Will and went to school with me and Will, named Jermel. He was a black kid, and he went up there to Will's one day. We was all up there sitting up there playing the PlayStation one day, and when he went in the front door up there, Will's granny was sitting out on the porch. She told Will, she said, Will, you better watch that boy. She said, that nigger boy is going to turn on you one of these days. And Will never did believe her. Never did believe her. But when when it ended up that he ended up stealing that when he stole Larry's pistol that time right after Larry's mama died, which was Will's grandmother, the one that said that. When he got in trouble and he stole that pistol from Will and them, Will said, "My granny was right all along." And here's the part about that, ladies and gentlemen. I never thought a person could sit there and say that by just visually looking at somebody and knowing they're a bad person. But she had been around over 80-something years. You got the mindset like she did. When somebody walked by, she could tell if they were a good person or a bad person, and she'd sit there and told Will he was going to turn on him, and Will didn't believe him until he did it. But that right there was what was so shocking to me when she said that and he done it.
I'm impressed with what we're seeing.
But that was actually shocking to me because I had never heard nobody come out and say that before, but they did. And that was what was so shocking, though. You know what I mean?
Johnny.
Yeah.
I can't. Okay. Here's the thing. I can look at a girl, right, and I can tell that they'll be a person or a bad person. Like, now I can tell if they good at relationship and bad at relationship.
Come on.
We don't know what I
Save! And the game is tied with Shunk.
Because, like, when I first met Celine, she was a good person. She could good person. I could tell that by talking to her.
Yeah.
When I met Ombre, she was a good person. But when I met Doc, I knew something was wrong about her. It was just in my gut. I said, yeah, she ain't like she say she is. She is a different person.
She's a bad influence on her.
And look.
But see, as old as she is, though, talking about, which should get mad at you now if you don't call her Blush. So you have to call her Blush. But if you talk about Blush, now she's old enough now to realize that she's 17 years old, fixing to be 18, which means then she would be able to be graduating school. But here's the thing. You got to realize that people that you associate with on PlayStation and stuff, when somebody like that, see, she should have realized when you was talking about.
Yeah.
See, Shaggy, she should have realized when you said that.
That fake mine.
When she said that, like when Ender said he said the word faggot in front of when he said it in front of Ferret, when he said the faggot word in front of Ferret, and Ferret liked it. In other words, Ferret is one of those type of people that she's one of those types of people that Ferret's the type of person that if you say something to her, she takes it the wrong way. But like I said, though, she's got. But see, the thing about it is, though, you got to realize. See, she should have, but Blush should have realized, Shaggy, that when Hinder said what he said, when he was talking about it yesterday, that he told, when he called Ferret the F word that day, the faggot word, she should have realized then when he said that, she should have realized then that Ferret wasn't bisexual. Yeah.
I put it there.
But didn't. And I can only imagine what's going to come out of Cousin's mouth today when she gets online and later on.
And that one popped too short.
The heck is saying, I don't feel bad thought right now. I did a little bit, but now that I think about it, I don't feel bad for her. Because if she wouldn't have said what she said, look, and first of all, I didn't like the disrespect. when I went in there to talk yesterday, I did not like the disrespect. I'm saying that trying to make a point, like I always do. I always go in there, try to make a point and try to resolve the problem. Because I know what gonna happen. You make it what? It's gonna get what? It ain't gonna solve drama, and that's not what we wanted. We in a route called the no fucking drama route.
Right.
And you go in there and you wanna talk to somebody and accuse somebody about something that did not happen. Like you want to talk, you I said that's a good idea. And she gonna come and say it got gonna make it what? So I don't care. I want to get what? See, that let them.
But see, when she wanted to talk to me, I already knowed what she is up to. Cause basically what I was gonna say, go on there and say was this. I was gonna be like, well, hey, look, I don't have no problem with Ferret whatsoever. But the problem I have is this: is that Blush is a nice person and everything like that, but it's the people she hangs around that makes her attitude change. I said, think about this for a minute. If she hadn't have been in that dadgum party the other night when she found out Hinder lied to her, that would have been the end of it right then and there, cause we wouldn't be going through this right now. But the fact of the matter is that every time you mention the word Hinder around Ferret don't want. I was gonna come out and say it. I said the thing about Ferret is Ferret don't want Blush to be happy, because if she did, she wouldn't have sat there and said whatever she said in the party the other night that made Blush believe her instead of believing Hinder. I said to myself, when your own, and I would have been like, and Blush, when your own friend believed Hinder, and you sat there and don't believe Hinder because of one of your other little friends told you not to, I said, it's the people you keep with you the people you hang around is what makes you do that.
Do a really good job of showing us.
And like I was saying about Lily, she's a good person because she's a good person. But like I'm saying, see, Audrey hanging around, Blush hanging around her, she would want to, you know how she does when she has that vape. Why would she could ask her, hey, you want some of this vape here? And if she gets her to start vaping, then see that she wouldn't be a good friend by letting her do her habits. But see, she's got enough sense about her talking about Lily to know not to pass her habits on to her friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know.
But I think too now, because of her having all them problems she has, you know, with them seizures and everything, it wouldn't be a good idea for her to do that anyway.
Good execution.
But you
But every time, and go back to when Hinder and Blush was first together. Was it last year or year before last?
It was last year.
Last year. Go back to right after their problems started last year. Every time their problems got started, Ferret was in the room every time. Every time Ferret could sit there and tell Blush she got a bowl of chocolate ice cream sitting there. She wants her to eat it, and it'd be damn human shit, and she'd believe it.
But you want to know something funny?
And I don't like the fact that she believed Ferret, whatever Ferret said, over Hinder. But my thing is, I want to know, and Darkness ain't gonna tell nobody what she said. I want to know what she said. What she said to make, cause did it, Shaggy? Did you say she said something that Ferret said something? The reason why she started believing Ferret over Hinder?
It can find. I don't know what to say.
What was it?
You know when Hinder said that that night about him about his cousin being there, acting like his cousin was there.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
He came back and said, "Oh, he done lied to you. He ain't no good for you. He got lied to say cousin ain't not there." But here's the thing: his cousin do beat us sometimes. He was acting like that.
So actually, so Ferret said that don't trust him because he be lying to you. See there?
Yeah.
See there what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? I know I say that my channel is no drama, but hey, you gotta tell something like that, man. That right there. No, this is and look, the girl got mad with me because I called her out because of this mess last night that happened with her. Because I called her out because she, every time something goes wrong with her and Blush believes everything she says, and it ain't right.
Back here in Atlanta,
not everything.
Here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this.
Not everything, because guess what?
What?
Blush would be me.
In the air to left.
Well, then why didn't she believe you when you was telling her about what Hinder said the other night? Then
he did.
Oh,
she did believe me. The fact of the matter is that she had to act like that in front of Ferret and Doc. Because she knew Doc was in the wrong for going off like she did. See? She knew it.
Well, why did she go off on me for accusing Ferret then? That's the question.
Here's the thing. She went off on you because...
I called Ferret out.
No. She went up on you because she did that to make them think that she did not trust you.
When'd she tell you that?
She didn't tell me. I figured out. After that little thing that happened last night, and I told I was getting that final help, and she said she know. And she said Doc had no right to go off on me like she did. And then she already did. You want to air her? I said no. She don't air at me. And she like, wow. She like, oh, is it out to our box? So see, she V9 it at that point. She V9 that
he was telling the truth.
That it wasn't nobody's fault. It was Ferret and Doc's fault at the same time. Because look, I was talking to Ferret. I was fucking talking to. I wasn't talking to fucking Doc.
But here's the thing, though. Why does she though? Why does she put on two different disguises? First, she acts weird around them. Talking about, in other words, she acts like she hates us when she's around them. But when we're with her, she acts like she don't hate us.
It's the same. That is the way she got to be. Because look, she knows that Doc is not a good opponent. And she knows that Ferret not a good opponent. I ain't like she hate her to get them to think that she do. But when she not around her, she don't hate her. She don't. She got act like that.
Yeah. Well, what did she say after she said that? What did she say in regards to what I told her yesterday, though? After that, talking about after you said that Dark unfriended you.
Hey, I got the Mac. I can read it to you.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. There's a strike. That's a strike, and he inches close.
Because I was never accusing. I'm just accusing her. Like me and Shaggy was saying yesterday, me, Shaggy, and Hinder's looking out for her best interest because we know we've been there and done that. We're trying to look out for Audrey's best interest because we've been there and done that.
Now a relay to the plate, safe, and it's 3-1. on.
Well, a swing like that.
Okay, right here when she tested me, right?
We saw the numbers coming into the ball game.
Yeah.
Here comes the manager out of the... Next to hit, Matt Shaw. That misses. Ball one. The
Hey, let's
Cubs
see.
trying to break this one open. And we're the top half of the sixth.
I said this. I said, I'm sorry, I needed
Next
a
offer
friend
gets
with
fouled back.
the friend with no fucking problem. And said, I saw my phone was there and that I
Lifted
was
in the air,
but
left
all
field, pretty well
God,
struck.
by the way, it was
And that
your
is
choice
that.
to leave the family.
But
She said,
two
I'm
runs
gonna need
more,
her.
they
So
jump
yeah.
ahead.
But
Top of the
anyway,
order, due
I
up in
said, I
the
can't
whole
remember.
half
I
of the
said, look,
sixth.
I tried to be nice, but
Back in
Doc
Truist
jumped
Park.
down
Now
my
the leadoff
throat
spot for the
for
Braves,
no reason.
Ronald Acuna
And
Jr.
he said, MB, Dick and mean
And
to
that one
fin
fouled
shot.
off.
That means she didn't do the fin shot.
So
That means that,
important
but
to get ahead of these hitters. You don't
hang on,
want to issue
let
a
me get
free
to the other
pass
part.
and allow
I
that
said,
tying run to come to the
I would
plate.
just find a
Always
hit.
wanna
She
keep
said,
the
I
other
know
team
you
in a
would,
position
and
where
I'm
if they're gonna
sorry she
beat you, they're
did
gonna have
that.
to do it with multiple
And
hits.
then she
Throws
asked
to
me,
first in time.
are you gonna add me? I'm like,
So digging
I
in,
said,
Jonah
she said, are you
Heim
gonna
has grounded out a couple
add
of
me?
times.
I said, she
Thank
unadded
you
me.
for tuning in, Mr. Whoever the viewer was. Thank you very much.
That, he
Foul.
said, then I was just, he said, are you barking? I said, I ain't gonna bark I ain't gonna bark, but it that Doc that had to fucking be
In the
barked.
air, left field. Hap heads towards it.
And I said, no,
Pulls
you
it down and
good.
he makes the catch.
And then Shadow
And
y'all
there's
want
two
to talk
down.
about it, and
Matt
he
Olson
said,
up to
I'm
the
sorry
plate.
about
1
her
for
yelling
2.
at you. Yeah. And then I said, what am I fault? And I said, all this.
Oh, great stop.
And
Go
then
to the pitcher, and they
I
get
told
the
her
out.
that pissed me off. And she said, I'm sorry she did that. And I
We go to the
said,
top of the
look,
seventh. Now it'll be the
look,
Cubs
you a good
DH.
friend.
Miguel
And she said, she not going to bark nobody. She not going to bark anybody. That means she not barking you. She not barking me. And she not barking him.
Amaya.
But what she could have done was, though, she could have apologized, though, to me, though, for actually trying to help her out, though, with that.
Dickie, she forgot about that. Told you she did that for a week.
I know it. But see, Dark wanted me in there too, but I wasn't fixing to go in there because I'd have done worse than what Dark would have done.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was
Because when she'd have said he's a child, you acted like a child, I'd have been like, no, the only person acting like a child is you because you still are a child. You've always been a child. I said, look, you've got a childish voice. You act like a child. You're always a child. We didn't want you back in this. We were only had you in this friend group on a trial basis anyways. So my thing is you can leave, Dark. Bye.
You know what?
What?
Here's the thing. I would have did worse than that, Gunny. See, if it wasn't for my dad being here, I was gonna say, I don't like saying the B word, but I was gonna say, look him, bitch. You can
That ain't a
call
bitch. That's a boy.
No, well, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, look him, but you think come around calling me another child when I'm fucking older than your you ain't gonna come and talk to me like
Thank
I'm
you for
some
tuning in, everyone. It's the stretching time. As I said, we're doing this game now. We're doing this baseball game now, so we'll be doing our Thunder stream in a few minutes because it had to update. We had to do a game update today. The game had to do an update, so that's why we're doing this now.
That's why I was gonna say, look, you ain't gonna come talking to me like I'm some fine. I'm older than you. I'm older than your fucking head. And I'm gonna say, you better be fucking looking at your fucking dad. I'll beat your fucking eye for talking to a duck like you said you on like that. And second of all, he better be fucking bad that you don't know in real life. So I don't give a fuck how old you is. If you got the ball to talk to a phone fucking like that, you got no respect for phone people. I'm the type of plugger that would beat somebody's ass.
But she's got but her though, for her, in her thing, the way it is though, Shaggy, with her, if she talks to you like a grown, if she doesn't treat you like a grown person, then, I mean, if she, what was that you said about wants to argue like a grown person or something?
Like she said she got the ball to talk to a grown person like
if she's got nerve to talk to a grown person like that, then she should be able to take whatever a grown person dishes out, whether they cuss her out or whether they don't.
At Geico. Because she got the ball to talk to a grown person, somebody with her fucking eye, and she got the ball to take whatever grown person they got at her. Because she had tell nothing that my dad was him. I was about to cuss her out. For every word in foot. Every fucking thing in the book I was gonna cut her out. Not in God's name, I was gonna cut her out.
Yeah. End us here.
I got saying.
Uh-oh.
But the fucking problem was my dad was here. I couldn't do it.
Wait, what? What happened?
So bases all.
We're talking about Darknub in here. About how she can act like a damn, she can, if she acts like a, she acts like a, she wants to act like a, she wants to talk about grown people. She ought to get what a grown person, when they, that.
She got the, if she could talk to a grown person and talk to me, then she got the ball to dick it out. She got the ball to get cut out like a grown person get cut out.
Right.
Bruh, she thinks she has the balls to stand up for herself.
Take the thing, she can stand up for herself and her not to pad on it.
Swing and a miss.
But here's the thing, she gonna learn today.
Not able to catch up to that velocity.
She gonna fucking learn today. When you fuck with me, you don't get fucked with. You fuck with Diane and you fuck with my sister.
This one in the air.
And it's not gonna be a pretty sight today.
Hell no.
It's not gonna.
I might have to yell at her. I might have to yell at her today. Maybe.
But actually, Hinder, we did find out that she does, but she did believe you. She's only doing that to play along with her little buddies.
Oh, little buddies.
Ferret and Dark. She is doing that. She is only not believing you because she was around Ferret and Dark, is what she told Shaggy.
Wait.
And there's two down.
But. Wait, are you talking about Ferret did something wrong or?
Shaggy, tell him what you said.
$55.
That she told you that Dark had no right to do what she done yesterday, but when you told her what Hinder said the other day, she believed you, but she only said she didn't because of being around them two, because she knows how they are.
Yep.
Oh, because Ferret and Dark, because they're the. I mean, here's the thing: Ferret and Dark are the bad influence, anyways. They both been fantastic
against them this year.
Like I was saying on my stream earlier about mine and Shaggy's friend Will. His grandmother said one of the people that come up to their house one time, one of Will's friends come up to her house one time, and she told Will, she said, Will, that boy's gonna turn on you one of these days, and sure did. Like, and how she knew it, I'll never understand it, but darn sure did. Which is a weird coincidence, in my opinion.
We head to the bottom of the ninth.
So Audrey does believe me, but the only time she only acts like that when Dark and Ferret.
Yeah.
Okay. I get the feeling now.
Yeah, just like she blessed me out for talking about Ferret yesterday, but she was only doing that because trying to. She knowed I was right about Ferret. That's why, or something like that Shaggy said.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone
He did beat you.
Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
There's a thing, and what's pissing me off right now that I can't talk to my ex on the phone right now because of fucking Dark, because Dark would keep calling her every day, and it's pissing me off, and I can't get in the call with her.
Oh, shit. Well, don't worry. Don't worry. Cousin and sister will take care of that today. I guarantee. Lord have mercy, I wished I could be in that party with y'all when that happens.
I got on Barker where I could get her at a party where they can cut her out.
Well, do that and get her in this party, but tell her they want to see. I don't have her blocked. I just unfriended her. But here's the thing: tell her that Diane and Cool Girl want to talk to her, and before they do, let me know before they do it. I'll come popping in on the PlayStation app. I'll come popping in on the PlayStation app, and I'll turn my microphone off and turn to where I can hear it and lay here and laugh about it the whole time.
He's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority.
And I got to go to Barker. But when I do this, I got to Barker right back after this is over.
And there's 2 down.
What did Shaggy? Let me ask you this: when I heard you hollering Diane's name and you told Selena to get Diane on the microphone, you wanted to tell her what Diane actually say when you told her that?
He said, "Don't worry, cousin, I got you."
Shit. I asked Diane this morning. I said, "What's this I hear about you gonna cut Dark a new asshole?" She said, "Sure am, cousin." She said, "Why, you want to hear it?" I said, "No, I really don't. But hey, if you gonna do what you said you gonna do, I might want to listen in on this." I told cousin, I said, "Do her like angry grandma says. Tell her you gonna cut her a new asshole." Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the end of this stream for right now. I'll be back shortly with WCW Thunder. We'll be back shortly with it. See y'all later. Bye-bye. Oh.